We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Patriots much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw? Extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. Powering his way. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field.
Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Bijan Robinson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw again.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for New England. 54 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Third and 3.
Looking to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Sly able to put this one through.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. A shotgun snap. Fields.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Motion man is Schwartz. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
On play action, Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught inside the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for New England. 46 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Bijan Robinson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll run with Hall. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jets are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Fields now to throw.
Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. A lone 2nd remains now in this 3rd quarter.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Second down and 8.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jets have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Robinson, he'll try the left side. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Runs over him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy can block, a guy can catch, and a guy can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll run it here. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
after the holding call here, 2nd and 20.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Still going. They can't stop him. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if he can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
A big play looming on third down.
They'll look to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here's first and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This is first and 10. And one last throw here for Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And the Jets are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,